Hello, my friends. So we are trying this again. Oh my gosh, I tried this morning and I got disconnected. So anyway, the company came, fixed the wires again. Sometimes I wonder, should I keep doing this? I've had so many things that have, I don't know, obstacles. You begin to wonder, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? But you know what you're supposed to be doing is what makes your heart feel really happy. And I have to say, it makes my heart really happy to connect with you and have tea like together every week because it's a crazy world. Like right now, it's really chaotic, especially and it's so important that we feel connected, that we know we're not alone, and that we know that we're safe. So let's begin. Let's begin with our breath, where we just close our eyes and sit up straight and notice our breath that is arising from nothing, from no thing. This breath that could only be God's breath living and breathing within me. You are the breath of God, the holy power and breath of the one breath. Like you are that is breathing, all is breathing you. It is the power of life itself. And when we just connect simply to our breath in the middle of the day and just pause, noticing this miracle that's arising through you and in you, and whoosh, it's like the waves at the ocean. All of it is a dance. And this one breath is breathing you, is breathing me, is breathing all. And because it's in you, you are that. So I wanted to touch in today because I had written a Substack and it was called, what was it called? Oh, if this is your only spiritual practice, you haven't made in the shade. And afterwards, I felt like, oh my gosh, I hope that doesn't sound flippant. Like life is light and life is not meant to be heavy and dark, dark and well, just heavy. Like it's okay to have a little lightness and a little humor, but uh I just kind of wanted to clarify that because you know, in some ways we all have it made in the shade because we are divinity in this human form. And with it said, it's like, wow, we're walking a really rugged path right now. And so when I said that, first of all, if this is the only spiritual practice you have, just that in itself, the reason I even brought that up is because it's really essential. We have a spiritual practice. And it doesn't mean, and I think that's what I just kind of wanted to convey is that, I think sometimes we think a spiritual practice looks a certain way and it has to be like this. And, go meditate for an hour in some, you know, uh, place. I don't know, an effort, a huge effort. And your spiritual practice is really something that you tap into um, in any moment. Because when we do that, we get solid again. so anyway, so what I said was, if all you do is when you wake up in the morning, basically, um, and you're just laying in bed, if you can just lay there and put your hands on your heart and just feel what's happening inside right now. And as you put your hands on your heart, like you're feeling your heart and, physically, and it helps um, me. And just when you have the physical touch, to go inside and feel what's going on inside. And when you can feel your heart, when you're totally like focused in it and you're noticing and you're just all of your focus is in your heart, like just try it right now. Just put your hands on your heart and just focus on your heart. Notice in this moment that as you were doing that, that your mind went very, very quiet because your focus was on your heart, the feeling sensation of your heart. Like um, you weren't running around in your mind on the loops, most likely, because when you're focused on your heart, it quiets your mind. So my post on Substack was really like, if this is the only thing you do every day to listen to your heart, just in the morning before you even get up, just be in the quiet place, just feel the bed, feel the relaxation, feel your breath, notice your breath, and love your heart. Like your heart that's been beating for you since your very first heartbeat. It's gone everywhere with you. It's loving you. Your heart will never and has never stopped loving you, regardless. And it is you. Like your heart is you. It's inside of you. And so um that's like, wow, can we just be, and I do this every morning. It's just like, I loved you, heart. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking every step on my path with me. Thank you for never letting me down. I may have left you, heart, but thank you because I know you will never leave me. And to move into that place where you're just connected in moments of intimate conversation and feeling and communication with the heart of you, the heartbeat of you, the essence of you, the truth of you, the life of you. That's your heart inside your body temple, which your body is this most amazing miracle that is for you. Like every single cell is working continually for you to bring you back into balance, no matter what you've done to your body, whether you've been, kind to it or not so kind. It's always being kind to you and working so hard to bring all the nutrients it can that you provided to rebalance your body so it functions as best as it can possibly function. So sometimes it's just like, wow, just take a moment and notice every cell working for you in this amazing, miraculous body temple that you get to experience this life in. You get to see beauty through, you get to touch beauty, you get to feel beauty. Um, and all of life, all of life. I know people who've been through a lot, and I'm thinking of one person in particular, and she just talked about being so numb to life that she couldn't even feel it because of all the trauma and things that had happened to her. And she said, I literally was walking through life walking dead because she couldn't feel. So even when we feel the hard thing, like grief and sadness and fear, like all of the things that we feel in our human being, um, we're feeling though. It's all so beautiful that we get to feel. And so I'm not minimizing when things feel really hard and really grief-stricken. Heartbreaking. I am not minimizing that, but I just want to call attention to all of it being a gift. All of it is truly a gift. Uh, yeah. Um, so in my post, I'm just going to go back to my post, whereas if you do this spiritual practice, which is truly a spiritual practice, it's connecting to your spirit every single morning before you start the day in a calm place. Like you're just in communion with your heart because your heart is you. And when you do that, like you love you. Your heart is you. And it feels so good to get to know your heart in this way and to be so appreciative of it. There's just this intimate relationship. And then if you just, this is my practice and And this, okay, so then the other thing is just before you get up, just take your hands and feel the sole of your feet. Like your feet have walked every step you've walked in your lifetime, every step, every experience, just like your heart, like your feet have taken you there, and your feet are going to take you wherever you go in the future and in the now. Like feel your feet on the floor now, you know? Or feel them with your hand, like touch your feet and appreciate your feet. So if we begin our day like that in just a few minutes, like just be in the presence of you, the presence of your power, the presence of love. That's who you are. Instead of starting the day with an alarm clock going off, a jolt. Oh no, I've got to get this done and this done. No, no, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of this. I'm running out of that. I've got to run, run, run. It's like, no, start with who you are. Start with who you are. Start with your power. And when you do that, your day will be very different because you've started there. And so as things maybe ramp up or fear sets in or whatever, you can go back to your breath and remember and even put your hands on your heart and just come back to the truth of you because all of these other things that are happening, I'm not saying they're not happening, but they are meant to separate us from each other, which is why I like to connect here. And they also, all of those things are meant to distract us from going inside and feeling our heart, because our heart will save us. Our heart saves us time because of its direct knowing. Your heart knows what's right and true. It's scientifically proven, like the frequency and the vibrate, it's far, far beyond the mind. Not that, and the mind, when it goes, follows the heart, is just like this most dynamic, miraculous pair. Like it's great, but it's not really great when the mind's running it. So the mind will go round and round and try to figure something out. When you actually can settle into your heart, it saves you time because you're like, oh wow, that's true. I think I told you last week, like my one of my teachers used to say that she would practice her intuition. She wanted to know what her heart, the yes and the no was with her heart. And I don't think I said that. It's like when she said, when she would go into the store and like, should I get this tomato or that tomato? She was practicing the yes of her heart and the no of her heart in simple things like that. We want to get very, very acquainted with our heart yes and our heart no, especially in these times. Because when you know, and you don't question it because it's not going to make sense most of the time with your mind. And we just have to remember that. It's just that it's like, listen to your heart. It knows, it knows. So your heart will save you. It will save you time. Feeling your heart is essential because it is the voice of your soul. And your soul is all powerful. Like it is the essence of you. So, um, yes. So feel your heart, listen to your heart. It will save you from when you're in your heart, you just cannot be unkind. It's just impossible because your heart is absolute pure love. So it will save you from being unkind. It will say, I had a whole list. I mean, and here's the thing, you know, you can make a gratitude list for everything that your heart saved from today at the end of this day, or in the morning, just think of all the things your heart saves you from, or ask your heart to save you from. Your heart is so precious. It's so for you, just as life is for you. So, I was thinking about, and I've repeated this quote from Valerie Carr before too, because things are dark, and I'm talking about that because I've gotten shake. I've been shook a bit myself, just a little internally, like, oh my gosh, things are really happening right under our nose, things we don't even know about, and things that we do know about, and it feels impossible. So it's not impossible in your heart. The most valuable and effective thing that we can be right now is at a high frequency of light, which sounds counterintuitive. It's like, oh, we should be so sad. All of this horrible stuff is happening, and how dare I be happy? But I just want to remind you that it is our salvation, truly. And all that's going on is the distraction to keep us separated and to keep us from feeling happy and joyful, because in the joyful state is our power. It is the lighthouse. So if we can raise ourselves up to do what makes our heart happy, to be around people that make our heart happy, to do things that make our heart happy, to go places, go walk on the, like after this morning, I was having trouble, with this YouTube. And I was so frustrated. And I'm like, I'm just going to go outside. And you know what? The minute I just put my feet outside and walked to the rose garden, I just felt so much better. It's because I love my garden. I love the rose garden. And when we can, it's where your heart, because your heart feels, your mind thinks, can't feel, but your heart knows. It doesn't even think, and your heart feels. So your heart knows and feels. Your mind just thinks and absolutely can't feel. So be in your heart. It's your navigating system. It will take you where you need to go, and trust it, and give yourself permission to be happy, even though all of this is happening. Because get this, like literally, if everyone was so contracted into fear that because fear contracts us and all we can do is look down and we're afraid and everything gets very small and we can't move, and that's what all of this stuff who- the powers that are happening right now, um wanting to do to us, but they can never take away anything within us, ever. So that's why it's so important to develop that relationship within us and to have that joy, that wellspring of joy that is just this settling bubble, this that is bubbling within us, and a peace that's deep, and that we walk through life, even though we might get shook, there's this internal stability. When we can be that, we are rising above what is. And when we have the vision of what the world that we want to live in, We will create it. It will be impossible to create it if we don't keep our vision. So when we are in our fear, we are seeing the vision of those that want things separated and to fall completely apart and to yeah, so we don't want that. We want to keep our vision, and our vision will always make us happy because our vision is from our heart. Our heart visions and heart dreams lift us up. And so, even though we're looking out here, all this stuff happening, lift your vision high. So, I just want to remind you, and I've told you this before, this little story, and I remind myself of it a lot. I'm just going to tell it again. So, there was a time when I was absolutely terrified, terrified for the life of one of my kids. And got to take a drink. And I called the Byron Katie hotline. I'm like, I really need some help with this. And that person on the other end of the phone was so amazing. She said, Teresa, you know, it was close to when 9/11 had happened. And she said, you could get on top of a mountain or just a hilltop, and you could turn and look at the devastation of 9/11 and absolutely the horrific feelings that you would feel and the sights you would see and how bad that would feel. And that is true. What you are looking at is true. But you literally can turn around the opposite direction and you could look across the fields of New York and they're beautiful. The flowers are blooming. The landscape is incredibly awesome. Like it takes your breath away. It's so beautiful. Your heart opens, and that's true. Both are true. So where are you going to stand? Where are you going to focus? Because you get to choose that. And that's where we are today. We get to choose where we're going to focus. I'm not saying we're blind to what's going on because um, no, we do, and we do what our heart calls us to do. And whatever that is, you'll know if you need to be on the front lines, your heart is going to want to be there. When you listen to your heart, like you go, like, and so whatever that is, but above all, it's like keep the frequency high of the vision that you want to create and live in because you have a choice. So we just get to remember that when things are, scary around us. And I was going to quote Valerie Carr because she said it's something like this. I don't always remember quotes perfectly, but it's something like this. Um, she said we're in really dark times. But what if this is not the darkness of the tomb? What if this is the darkness of the womb? What if we are going through this and we are birthing the world that we want to birth? Like, what if that's what's happening right now? Because we can. We get to choose. So let's stay connected to your heart. Oh my gosh, feel your heart. Start the day because imagine this, literally, imagine the whole world starting their spiritual practice was just laying in bed, starting the day, feeling their heart, feeling their body, feeling their feet. Like imagine how that would feel. And truly, this morning, when I first woke up, I just felt this dread. So it's not like you're going to wake up feeling awesome every morning, but it's like be in the feeling, feel it in your body, feel it in your heart, moving through your breath, and just be this miraculous human being of divinity in this human divine form. be it. But imagine the world if we all started out like that. We'd be walking this world remembering that we're heart beings. We'd be seeing through the heart. We'd be speaking through the heart. We'd be listening through the heart. We'd be feeling through the heart. So that's what will make a difference. That's what will make a difference. So thank you so much for your patience with me on this YouTube thing, and for being here now. I love you so much, and I will probably see you next week. Bye for now.